instances of paranormal phenomena have been reported in this desolate place. Events that may reflect the area's tragic past. Whatever they are, whatever you call them, ghosts, spirits, shades, specters, apparitions, there is not a corner of the world they do not inhabit.
I'm coming through.
Shut up! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Dangerous Podcast, where we talk all things paranormal. I'm Ken James, and this is Jason McKittrick.
Hey, folks.
And if we can haunt hell or dwell in the dark, we want to talk about it. And tonight, we got a little fun Halloween-y episode for you guys.
It's a mood episode.
Mood episode. Yeah, we're what, a week out from old
Week out.
Halloweenies. Hey, Jay, why can't witches have babies?
Because their uterus was removed by the devil.
Probably that, but also because warlocks have Halloweenies.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but tonight, we're gonna. We both recently visited a local haunt. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about some Halloween-related news, some current events,
Yeah,
and we're gonna get a little spooky up in here.
we're just gonna riff.
We're gonna riff. But before we get into this trick or treat bag of goodies, I'm gonna send it over to Jay for a nice jump scare.
Oh, thanks, Ken. So this is a nice little one that we got from Donnie from Boston.
Danny.
Donnie. I'm just assuming that's how I said it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So Donnie says, I lived in an old haunted house in college. Things got so weird that everyone moved out except for me and one roommate. So he has a few encounters that he numbered for us. I thought this was kind of cool.
Okay.
So he number one, he goes, I woke up at 3 a.m. because my roommate's door kept opening and slamming shut. From the bed, I yelled for him to stop, only realized I was the only one home that weekend. As soon as I yelled, the slamming stopped, but the hippie beads I had hanging out my closed door began to sway perfectly, yet violently, against the door frame for a half hour while I debated if I should pop out my air conditioning unit and jump out the window. I laid in the fetal position in bed till it stopped.
Yep.
So number two, he goes, I woke up at 3 a.m. alone again, hearing the Nintendo on the back porch playing loudly.
Oh, shit.
I figured a drunk kid came in and started playing. Oh, I get what he means on the back. Okay, I get what he means. I grabbed the bat and walked toward the back of the house as the music got louder and louder. As soon as I opened the door, it was completely quiet. Mind you, it was loud enough to wake me up.
Yeah.
I wonder what game it was.
Right. Probably the original Ninja Turtles game.
Donnie. Okay, I see what you did there. 3, I had friends over and told them the house was haunted. No one believed me, so I asked the ghost to do anything to prove it was there. As soon as I asked, all the lights in the house began flickering for about a minute straight. This was the middle of the day, and everyone witnessed it.
Spooky.
This is super spooky. 4, almost everyone who stayed at my house had sleep paralysis, at least once in the house. They never had and they never had it before or after. Only when they stayed at the house.
That seems like to be a building trend, though. You know what I mean?
Sleep paralysis is sexy right now.
Yeah, it's hot right now.
There's so many memes. My sleep paralysis demon does this.
In the corner.
5, every time something spooky happened, the house would smell like old lady, flowery, strong perfume. There it is again with the ghost grandma.
Ghost grannies.
Yep.
Haunting other dangerous podcasts.
Yeah, seriously. This house had number 6. This house had a door built into the flooring that led to the basement. Gross. We always had a rug covering it up so no one knew it was there. Extra gross.
Yeah.
Things would constantly go missing in the house and turn up in the basement. This house had a coal chute from when it was heated by coal back in the day. My house has a coal chute, and it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Missing stuff would always be placed on the chute for us to come and get.
Yeah, come get this shit off the chute.
Come get this stuff out of my chute. Number 7, roommate had some issues. Once while playing video games late at night, he saw mist kind of hovering from the kitchen and then move into the bathroom. The bathroom had a trapdoor that led to the attic. That's where we figured the old lady ghost used to like to hang out.
Hey. All right.
There's more. Number 8. Roommate was up late. He went to go lock the doors and turn off lights. When he turned his back on the room and walked to the door, someone breathed into his ear. Ha! He thought it was me. I was sleeping. He turned around, pissed himself, and ran to his room.
I would too. I probably
He
would
was
too.
too afraid to come out and turn off lights and TV. This was totally texted to us. It's just the way that it's read. It's, right, Donnie? 9. Loud thumps in attic at all hours. For peace of mind, we told ourselves squirrels must have gotten in there. 10. Voices would wake us up in the middle of the night. I spent many mornings on the front porch waiting for the sun to come up before I went back in the house. Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah, that something that happened to me once when I saw something waking up when I was living in my mom's basement.
Yeah.
I just went outside and like chain smoked until the sun came up.
And finally, number 11. Coincidentally, I had a friend years later that rented from the same landlord, same town but different house, where he and all of his roommates moved out because the house was also haunted. I didn't think it was too weird until he was telling me that when all of the weird stuff happened, it was accompanied by an old lady, flowery, stinky perfume, and also a lot of people had sleep paralysis in that house as well.
Couple theories I got.
Okay, this is about 15 years ago. Haven't been back to the house. That was in college. Love the podcast. Keep it up.
So
Boston, Massachusetts.
my first theory could be the landlord was doing rituals.
Rituals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Summoning ghost grannies, demonic ghost grannies. So that's my first theory.
Okay.
My second theory, the landlord or homeowner originally purchased these places because they were on ley lines. And my third theory is that the landlord, it was him the whole time. He was pulling a psycho, a Norman Bates.
He was pulling a Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but he was, yeah. The perfume was the dead giveaway that it's too much.
Okay.
It's too much perfume, you know? He's, like,
Right.
really selling the ghost granny thing.
Okay.
No one caught him because they were too scared. You know, they were like running
Okay.
and hiding in the bedroom, and they didn't get to.
And that would have worked too if it wasn't for this pesky perfume.
Right.
I don't know.
Good up. That hey, sounds good to me.
Hey, haunted college house. I mean, it probably was just legitimately fucking haunted. This guy's like, I can't sell it, so I might as well just rent it out to, jerk off college kids who will just be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but then there was the other house too. You know, the other one was the same landlord, different house. Remember?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just. He probably bought it from the same lady.
Oh, there you go. She lived at both.
Yeah. She travels. She does like a double haunt.
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of haunts.
Yeah. Well, speaking of haunts, we last weekend we trekked out to South Philly to Haunt World's top 10, one of its top 10 scariest haunts.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Will I refute that or back that up?
The Fright Factory, recently famous for its ending sequence being the home of the shoot for Terrifier 2. Terrifier 2, making people pass out and puke. That old gem, that old chestnut.
Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't say it.
Oh wait, whoa! Something just came across the other Dangerous Podcast news desk.
Christ. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
Like they're firing in here. Are they being shot in here with a fucking t-shirt cannon? Like what?
Yeah.
How they?
Yeah. The Philly fanatics out there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dook, 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 dook. He sends in the haunted headlines. The haunted headlines.
Haunted headlines.
All right, thanks, Jay. This week's haunted headline. It's a good one. Aliens hovering over Ukraine. Kiev's main observatory says country's airspace visited by numerous UFOs with no military link. Unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, as popularly called, have become an object of public discussion, with several countries going after the uncanny phenomenon. The latest to join the bandwagon is Ukraine, whose airspace has become a host to UFOs in recent months. Vice reported that an excessive number of UFOs are flying over Ukraine cities, and new preprint paper published by Kiev's main astronomical observatory in coordination with the country's National Academy of Science. Don't they have a war going on?
Yes, and I think that's why this is all happening. Continue.
I know. Well, I'm saying like they're coordinating for this like study with the main,
Look, they still got shit's still got to happen though. They still got to keep the power on. I mean,
right?
Got to maintain.
Well, the paper is titled Unidentified Airborne Phenomenon 1, based on the events observed using data from the main astronomical observatory of the NAS in Kiev and Vinokarvaka, a village
NAS
south
was
of
in
Kiev. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he was out there, he was like doing his Stillmatic tour.
Okay.
Back for for the next time. But according to the study, the study's authors, observatories started looking for UFOs due to the growing interest in the subject. We see them everywhere, the research said, adding, we observed a significant number of objects whose nature is not clear. The study is significant as there have been an uptick of UFO sightings and amid state-sponsored research. For instance, Ukraine's top military aide, the U.S., announced in July that it would open a new office dedicated to UFO sightings called the All-Domain Anomaly Resource Office. Not just that, a U.S. House committee held an open congressional hearing on unidentified flying objects. We've covered that here extensively on other previous podcasts in May for the first time in about 50 years. It has also released some videos while holding back many others for security reasons. And then besides the U.S., Russia also revealed that its scientists were investigating UFO sightings. In an interview with Russian television, the head of the Russian Space Agency said that aliens are to blame for some of the UFO sightings with that rider, and that the Russian Academy of Sciences was researching UFO sightings with nothing to do with aliens. The Ukrainian paper does not address the war in conjunction with the sightings. In the past, the UFOs has suggested that caution. In the past, the U.S. has suggested and cautioned that certain UFOs could be cutting-edge military technology from other countries, particularly China and Russia. However, even the U.S. Congress acknowledges that now not all UFOs are man-made. It's pretty wacky, man.
So here's what I think. Well, I got a couple ideas.
Sure. Shoot.
So, if they are alien, right? We're on the brink of nuclear war again.
Yeah.
So they're checking it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, look at these assholes.
Like, this is another thing that I think people are just not like, are you guys not freaked out?
Right.
We're on the brink of nuclear war again. Like, this episode might not drop.
Hey, we'll make it tonight.
I'm just saying, like, it's, who knows what'll happen, but like, Putin's fucking wilding over there.
Yeah, he's going nuts, man.
Like,
He's locked away in some room.
I'm fully aware that, the Ukrainian situation is just us inserting ourselves in there so we can just find a way to get rid of Putin.
Right.
But if they're technology, that's my personal belief. I actually think that they're ours. I think it's ours. Yeah, I really do.
Okay.
I think that they're well, that's a twofold answer. I think that there are technology that was reverse engineered from shit that we found from crashes and stuff like that.
Right.
I like that idea. Because if you go by, well, I can't say I believe, but what I like to think is that if you go from the Bob Lazar line, there were the ones that they recovered from Roswell, right? And then there's these ancient ones that they recovered from archaeological digs, which just makes my fucking head spin. I think they reverse engineered it, figured out element 115, and now we have, dark gray or black cubes inside of translucent spheres flying around the Earth.
Right. Do you ever? I don't think it was in the documentary, but the actual clip, it's like an old clip of them like trying to make that element 15.
Element 115.
115, I mean,
element 115, yeah.
Yeah. Where like it's like that weird smoke all of a sudden, and it's so weird, man.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know about some of those things, but dude, it's so nuts because the problem is he's got that bias, right? Because I want it to be real. You want it to be real.
Yeah.
We want aliens here. We want them.
I want somewhere in a bunker an alien got loose. He's grabbed a doctor, and the doctor's like, "Release me."
Right.
Peace. No peace.
Honestly, I think the craziest thing is that if they are actually here and it is like, you know, an honest, real thing, I think
Right.
that it's just they're so beyond us that they're just like, why even bother talking to us?
Right. Right.
And seriously, think about it.
Yeah. No. It's what's it from Mothman prophecies?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Does the ant do? What was it? What was the line?
I don't know, but I heard a pretty good analogy. It was like, if we're about to go, you know, if an exterminator is about to go wipe out a fucking anthill, does it go over and announce itself to the queen?
Right.
No.
No. No.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's super interesting, but I also think that like we're on the brink of war again. So like it's like, wow, but we're seeing these people are seeing these things a lot now, and it's like it just to me it makes me think of like this has got to be some kind of like I want aliens. Trust me, I want it to be that. But it's like it just makes me think like no, maybe we're on the brink of fucking World War III, and like they're bringing out the real shit now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Either way, it's fucking scary.
Yeah, the implications are terrifying.
Yeah.
Either
alien,
way.
yeah, alien or not, both are
Yeah.
fucking terrifying. I would
Yeah.
prefer alien. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
because at least to be like, well, at least you know, Zip Zap and Gleep Corp, maybe we could, you know,
Yeah. And
Hey,
also,
can
they've been around. You know what I mean? Like, if it is
Yeah.
aliens, they've been around. They've been there. You know, they've just been watching from afar, stealing our livestock.
and
you know.
probing our asses
Yeah. Yeah. And smacking us around.
just for
you know,
fun. Oh, just batting.
Yeah.
you know, just
Yeah. Just batting around. Yeah, a little bit. Whew. Yeah. I mean, eesh. Oh, man.
It's scary, man. And there's also like, you know, there's certain cities that they like to, you know, hang around, and you know,
Yeah.
it makes sense that if they're going to see them above, you know, Kiev and in the Ukraine, but like, dude, how long has it been that like they've been seeing these, you know, they've been seeing UFOs over Mexico City?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's like a hot spot.
Yeah. And what's that about?
I don't know, man. It just makes, I don't know why, but it makes me think of like the Aztecs because their main temple was there and that was their main city.
Right.
And like,
right,
were
right,
they
right.
like, you know, were those the gods to that? Like, in my head
Right.
it just spins, you know, my
Yeah, they're like-
imagination goes wild.
They're like looking for all their landing, you know, the landing strips, you know,
Right.
landing zones, and they're like, what do they do? It's not functional.
Yeah, like what was that in Stargate? Pyramids
Yeah.
were actually landing spots for their ships.
Right, right.
Yeah, so- I don't
Spooky
know.
stuff, man. Spooky stuff.
yeah.
Ah, man, it's just the idea of what an alien, like an ET would look like.
I know, man. I think the recent film that I enjoyed the most that kind of tackled that was Arrival.
Okay,
Did you watch that?
that's the one with what's her name from Man of Steel,
Yeah. I always want to call her Jessica Chastain, but it's not. What's her name?
McAdams.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams?
Nope.
No.
Also looks like her. She was in Man of Steel. What the hell is her name? Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Yep. Amy's a good girl.
Amy, raindrop drink.
Right. Amy
Ugly.
Adams.
Ugly woman.
It's all good. That movie, man, that really tackled some of that stuff. Like, what would it be like to? Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude, put that
Good?
on.
All right.
It's
All
my
right.
favorite like alien like encounter movie like in the last like easily 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, because they make them very alien, and like the way
Okay.
that they try to contact with it, like it takes so long just to communicate.
Right.
It's very cool.
They don't like send up a helicopter with like a bunch of lights on it and just like flash it at them.
No, because they send down this egg shaped teardrop shaped
Yeah,
thing.
I've seen that in the trailers and stuff.
Yeah, and they go inside. It's
Okay, I'll pop it on tonight.
watch it. It's really good.
I will pop it on
Mm-hmm.
tonight.
Yep. In preparation for our new alien overlords.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is though, we do have an angry Will Smith lurking.
That is true.
He'll
He
just
is
be
ready
like-
he is ready to punch them and be like, "Welcome to Earth."
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah. Earth. I mean, he's already taken out, Chris Rock. So like, he's
You know,
he's ready for-
he is
yeah.
perfecting his fucking backhand bitch slap.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on the warpath right now. So like aliens watch out.
No, I think he's probably in his pajamas crying somewhere right now. Jada told him to go to his room.
Watching reruns of Fresh Prince. Just like
Just doing this with his head at the end.
yeah,
and stuff like that.
where did it all go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, when I married Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
Anywho. All right. So Fright Factory, South Philadelphia. So, all right. I've
fuck
been there.
around, dude. It's what we do.
Yeah, it's what we do. Yeah. Ew, dude. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been there many times before. They changed the fuck out of it. The first 2 times I went, it had the most cohesive story. And I don't know who the brainiac there that was like, this makes too much sense. He was like, no, this is actually really good. Because like by the 3rd time I went there, all right, so it starts off, you're up front. They got, their big skull on the factory, right? It's been there for years. It's how they're getting ready to open.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a clip outside when we're getting ready to enter VIP right before they checked our make sure we didn't have weapons on us, made us throw out our lighters.
I gotta throw away my fucking knife.
Yeah.
It's a tool, man. It's just in my pants pocket. Like
right.
I use it 100 times a day. I don't even think about it.
Yeah, I mean you're in Philadelphia, so
I forgot. I'm not allowed to protect myself.
yeah, you're not. No, you're not in Philly. But yeah, so we're in line, and we'll cut in our little intro right here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So Jay had to throw his pocket knife away.
Yeah, you gotta disarm yourself whenever you come to a haunted location. And I forgot.
Yeah, well, he's got a new one on the way.
Yeah, they're fucking serious here.
Here we are at Fright Factory, South Philly. It's me and Jay.
I'm like, yeah, I want that.
Yes, and our lovely wives.
Brittany and Christina, say hello.
Hello. Hey.
We're also joined by Tom and Steph. Say hello. Hello.
Hello.
And this is our special Fright Factory episode of the podcast. Stay tuned.
On location.
On location. We'll see you when we get out of the first event.
Ken, there's a body hanging.
Oh, he's swinging. He's swinging. That's good. Sure. Peter James. Okay, so
We thought we were gonna have a good time.
yeah, right. So yeah, we're getting right after this. We get patted down, and the guy sees my handheld recording device. He's like, "Hey, man, no vaping inside." And I was like, "Oh no, dude, it's a recording device." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, "Oh, hey," and he's like, "No recording inside." But I was like, "All right, man."
Well, he was just looking for box cutters and
Right.
mace and whatever the fuck else they had on there. Was
Yeah.
there like no vibrators? What else was on that list?
Yeah, no vibrators, no thermal detonators, none of that
No
kind of stuff.
cheeseburgers. I think that was on there. Like
No
no eating.
cheeseburger-
Like
yeah,
just
no
don't walk through with a cheeseburger.
Yeah, don't be Cheeseburger Eddie from The Longest Yard throwing
Yep.
around,
Yep.
Yeah, you get arrested for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we enter the, I guess it's their new version of a queue, we'll call it, and we're in the, we're in the VIP lane, because if I waited in that line for that, I'd have been super ticked off. But yeah, you're waiting in the queue, and they have a TV show and clips of Terrifier 2, to
I
which
still don't want to watch it.
yeah, right. To which I loudly say, and I could play it back, but I loudly say, "Oh man, I can't wait to not watch that." And apparently, the actress from the movie was there that night. I hope she's not on
Good.
me. But yeah, no. So, hey, maybe I'll find that and put that right. Man, I can't wait to not watch Terrifier 2. What's that? I've never seen any of them. You're hearing my discontent already. Now, when I went before, right when you get down to that point, they used to take 3 pictures of you, right? You could you could download them at the end. So it was right in that corner. And I think the last time I went, it was the movie Carrie. It was out, the remake. So that was like in front of those signs. Yeah, I don't know. Just promoting it. And yeah, so where we were waiting to go in, to be let in, like in that first section there.
Yeah.
Was something behind me? Because you were staring like something was behind.
I just continue.
But yeah, so that area used to go around, right? Used to go down, and you'd come around and have this like cool like effect where it was like this like glowing like toxic pool. It was just like a walk around, like you had some visuals.
Yeah.
When you're getting to the actual like then you go through the first like haunted house to get to remember when we first came out and there was like that square kind of like area where they like took us in and the Flyleaf concert started with the The girl
Dude,
screaming at us.
All I remember is that they put us in the queue. We get to the bottom right before we're gonna go in, and there's nothing. It's just abandoned building is the way they go now.
Yeah, it sucks.
And then there's two guys. The one guy talking about fucking baseball.
Yeah, and
And then I
then
remember
Eagles.
some other dude. What was he? A Cowboys fan or something?
Well, yeah, the guy that was like letting us in, he was wearing a Phil's cap, so I was like, go Phil's, you know. And then he starts talking to me, and then he's like talking, and the other guy comes up, he's like, oh, don't let him fool you, he's a Dallas fan. So I was like, so we had to do that. We had to do that rigmarole just because, you know. Birds.
You have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Oh,
if
is it only because it's the Cowboys?
Cowboys or Giants, you'll do
Okay,
it. Like
gotcha.
the Commanders, quote unquote.
What if it's like the Minnesota Vikings? Do you just like give them a pass?
Well, we laugh at them because we beat them this year. Then we beat them in the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl and win it because they do that like skull as their thing. So like we do it to them when we're kicking their ass. You know, it's great. It's great.
Okay.
You know, if it's the Minnesota Vikings, we're just like, dude, come on, stop. Come on,
Stop.
stop
You're embarrassing yourself.
stop with Kirk Cousins. We get it. You pay him like $1 billion to suck every year. Fuck you. That's just where we're at. Anyway, so yeah, we do that. We do that, and then, but right before, there's this like group of girls who's like they're the most scared girls.
The
ever
girls who were
existed.
singing the fucking Backyardigans song.
Yeah, to like calm their nerves, to make
Yeah.
everything okay.
They were singing
like,
Castaways.
All I did was I saw this. So since the Backyardigans concert here.
so they like literally, the guy had to like go in twice and be like, "You gotta fucking go, like go forward."
Yeah.
It's like people were waiting.
Well, what happened is what happens whenever you get stuck behind a group like that. They steal all the scares. So
Right.
by the time we
Yeah.
come through, they're not set up, and they're just like, they just scared the shit out of this girl. They got their thing, and they're just like, oh, that was fun. They're like, oh, here's these jagoffs. Oh,
Yeah, and you're like, oh no. Yeah,
Did you notice that in at least there was 2 areas that were like transition areas where you would like these winding hallways where there were supposed to be haunters and there just weren't any?
yeah. I mean,
What the fuck?
they're facing a, you know, no one wants to work, you know. All those like, you know, you used to get, especially in Philly, you used to get like the art students who would like love, like they're all in like Eastern State now, like, but you used to get them, they would come to the different haunts and they wanted to work on their acting chops, you know, like they used to do that. Like I you know, it used to be a thing. Like they even on their like on their like do you want to work? Do you want to haunt? Would you like to be a
Yeah, no,
haunter?
I mean, I remember.
Yeah, it'd be like, you know, acting students, you know, or, you know, like favorite first kind of shit. And, but there's just, you know, no one wants to really do it. I mean, I guess people are still kind of scared of COVID or they're not paying as much. I don't know.
It was definitely, as far as like numbers for haunters go, it was
Yeah.
it was bare bones.
Right,
It was bare
right.
fucking bones. And then, I don't know. It felt like I was just walking through this thing. I was like, are there anyone here? And then every once in a while, there'd be like a couple people, and then like they'd have their little areas where their little like scene was going to take place,
Yeah.
and they'd have 1 or 2 people in there.
But the thing that was fucked up about that, I felt like there was no cohesion.
There were you mentioned story. I was like, there was supposed to be a story because there was no story.
Yeah, there used to be.
Okay.
And remember when we got to the one and there was that like it had that fake like kind of doorway where like it was supposed to be like a mental institution and
Yeah.
like the chick was trying to break through that one.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, what they initially the first time I went, it was supposed to be like a haunted asylum. That was kind of that was their theme, and it was good. And they had this whole big setup where like there was this like you were like supposed to be recruit ghost hunters. And you're like going in for the first time, you know, like, oh, you're new to the team. What's it called? Yeah, so like it was so cool. Like the setup, and you were like behind this cage, and like the head of the ghost hunter team, she was back there, and then there was that like that thing, and I guess it was on a different mode because it would set up and like the whole. She was telling the story, and as it went down, shit was happening around her, and then. Right as the woman breaks it, the lights go like in the doorway.
Yeah.
The lights go out, and you get and the woman then that's in there talking to you screams, and you get spattered with fake blood.
Yeah.
But it was like water, and you're like, oh, you know, she's screaming, and then like they're move on to the next room, you gotta go, you know, and then you're trying to escape the asylum because the ghost team died. You know what I mean? That was the thing.
Yeah, no, because I remember a lot of the places have narratives to them, or they would break them up into different areas, and then you
Right.
would have like, you know, like at a Penhurst. At least they have
Right.
different buildings, so you're
Yeah.
like you've got different experiences or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you also notice that like there was a couple that had animatronics that just didn't work?
Yes, I did.
The big clown that didn't work. Like,
Yeah.
are you serious?
Yeah. And
How are you open right now?
dude, the dragon one, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. The one was
That was
working.
great, yeah.
But the problem was I come around the corner because I'm going first.
Yeah.
And like it's completely pitch black. Like the whole beginning theme
Yeah.
was there is no lights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we're feeling through. You guys were all like clenched to me, and I'm like trying to like figure out where to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to that part, and I see that, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to be going this way. And it's a giant like robot dragon head coming at
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
me, and I walked right into the fucking glass. Like
There was glass.
yeah, there was a glass there. I was like, I was
Oh,
like,
it didn't look like
shit.
there was. Huh.
Yeah, I banged right into it. And
Wow.
then I was like, oh shit, am I supposed to go that way? And I'm like, oh fuck, there's a giant robot dragon coming at me. I was like, oh shit, I better move. I better get going here.
Right.
Yeah. And then that area, what I was saying, that was like where the Flyleaf concert was, that whole like center area, that was the actual second queue when you'd get through the asylum part.
Yeah.
That was the second queue to go into they had two other on, might have been three, but that was their and the other stories.
Right.
So like the one you go here, you'd come back out, and then you go to the next one, and then you go to the third, and yeah, like dude, it used to be so good, and I guess because COVID, they decided to just make it one big giant thing, and yeah,
I mean, they didn't have like even a third of the amount of haunters that they needed to even make that like
right.
a thing that should like it was just I was trying to like after we left I was like what the fuck.
Yeah, the coolest part though was when they stop you and fucking the lady was like doing the she hit us with like I don't know if you know the reference with the LeBron powder, and she was like doing the voodoo speech.
Yeah.
And then that was the coolest part when
That
you go
was
through
cool,
it,
sure.
and they had like the fog with the lasers kind of looking like you're in a swamp.
That was cool. And then the
And,
gator
like-
creature came up.
Yeah, and then the one
Swamp
guy with
monster.
the cool mask.
Yeah.
And I was telling Britt about that, and she was like, no one came up for us. I was like, that sucks, because that was like the
Yeah.
coolest part.
Summon the spirits of the swamp to follow these souls.
Oh!
Forever. Hey, mama. How many are with you?
6.
I will take 3.
3.
3.
All dudes, all girls?
Oh yeah, all girls.
All girls. All girls.
Fine.
You gotta do it. Yeah, that's what you do. Sick, bro. Yeah. So we have just set the ladies in verse by themselves.
Let's wait for the screams. If there's a chainsaw in there, Christina's, she's never gonna be the same.
I heard a chainsaw on the way through, so we'll see.
That was cool. And then it seems to be a tradition. We got to fuck with at least one of the haunters. So in the middle of this, for whatever reason, we walk into and it's like a school room, and it's someone dressed as the nun from the
Yeah.
movie. So I
The
called her the
nun.
Penguin. And she was like, she almost
Yeah.
laughed because I almost got her. I almost got her because
Yeah.
I was like, it's the Penguin. I was like, Ken, it's the Penguin. She was like, who's the fucking Penguin? I was like, you.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't see a penguin. I was like, oh, if you look right over there. And I was like, she was like, what if I tell you the devil's gonna whatever? She said,
Yeah,
whatever.
rip
And I was
your-
like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. And she
Yeah.
was just like, she looked at me and stopped for a second, was like, and then continued with her thing.
Yeah.
And then did that screech. I was like, ew.
Oh, look at this. This is good.
You like my husband?
I am?
You want to join him?
If he's as awesome as I am, yeah.
Who dares enter my unholy chapel?
The penguin.
Who's the penguin? Nice try, smart man. Just for that, you get to be devil's right-hand bitch tonight.
Yeah!
I don't know if you like that or not. Do you know what he likes to do with his toys, right?
I've heard.
Yes, he gets very violent and kinky.
Totally.
And then continued with her thing.
Yeah.
And then did that screech. I was like, ew.
Yeah, it's a gross. Ew, dude. No,
Ew, dude, no, it was just ew. Like, I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to go.
Yeah. And then like they always do that, like there's always that like person in there now, like it's like a girl. It's like, I wanna play. You wanna play?
That was 8 out of the 10 girls in
yeah.
there.
Right.
They were doing their best, Harley Quinn, whatever.
Right.
And then the
Or
last
baby from fucking
ew,
what's it called? Fucking
House of a Thousand Corpses.
yeah. They all like try to
Ugh.
do that one too. Yeah, it's
Sherry Moon Zombie.
full ass.
And then so the last section you come into, so they broke us up because it was me, you, and Tom, and then our ladies, and they
Yeah.
broke us up. So they went through, and I missed my favorite part of going to haunts, which is watching Christina get scared. It's the best part. And I was waiting for the chainsaw guy because
Yeah.
she has this thing that triggers that whenever whenever that fucking thing comes out, she runs. And I think she almost took out Tom's wife.
Yeah, Steph. Yeah, she bumped into Steph.
Yeah.
But then I asked Brett, I was like, was it bad? Did you like take her out? And she's like, no, Steph was running too. I was like, oh shit, nice. But the thing is too, like the one thing I was like, oh, that's lame. It was a chainsaw over the loudspeaker. It wasn't even like the chainsaw wasn't even functioning.
No. And
I didn't know if it was an animatronic or a guy.
Chainsaw get you at the end there, Christina?
I bumped into her.
yeah.
Well, in the one section we got to we called it out. See if I can find it in the audio.
Oh, the
here.
clown shit.
Yeah, but yeah, they got in the clown section, and we're going through, and then we're leaving. Some dick pops out with like a thing with like water, and it fucking hits me in the face. It goes in my mouth,
Ew.
and I was like, dude, that's fucking Philly water, bro. Like, don't go throwing that in people's mouths, man. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, bro.
That's Philadelphia water, man!
I don't like it. I don't want
No.
it. Dick.
Fuck that. I don't
Yeah,
like that.
Fuck that, dude. You fucking throw no water in my mouth, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking water in my mouth, bro. What's that? Is that fucking crick water, dude?
Crick water. Crick water.
Is that crick water, dude? Ew, dude. Fucking tastes like catfish, dude.
You want to know what's going on? I'll tell you. No, I mean, you can probably tell we're struggling for more stuff to say, but it was very short.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, if I were to, out of 5, what would you give it?
2.
Yeah, same.
Here's what I did like about it. I liked the kind of old school city haunt vibe, where like you're just got what you're getting in for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like back in the day when and there would be more haunters, but you weren't really expecting the best of scenery and all that kind of stuff.
Because the haunters were the ones that made it good.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't have the money for big animatronics or big sets, you'd at least have haunters that were fucking gung ho.
Yeah, committed. And I mean, we felt our way around a fun house. Like it was dark, we were cracking jokes, cracking wise the whole time, like that's part of the fun. But like that's what gets it. The 2 is that almost nostalgia vibe. Me and my bros with our women, like we're all like, oh, the girls are holding their man. It's that nostalgia vibe, and like we're going through and just having at it, having a good time with the haunt. And Yeah, that's what gets at the two. I once again, there was like two standout things: the animatronic dragon, and then the dude in the mist in that segment. And then, like halfway through, they hit you with the spinny bridge. You know what I'm talking about with the lights,
Dude, I was like, come on, really?
Yeah,
I was like, I
Spinny
can't
bridge.
walk. It's like the walls are moving, and so am I.
yeah, and like you do this, you go, oh, I close my eye. You
You just focus on the exit sign.
Yeah. Right, yeah,
because that's
we're
not moving.
Yeah,
It's so-
exactly. right. And I was like, oh, here we go. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and from us hopping in the queue to me going, oh shit, I forgot this is still recording when I got into my car, or when we got to your car, me and stop. It was like 48 minutes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we all, I don't know if we said it to each other, but I definitely said it after we all parted ways. I was like, could you imagine if we were still in fucking line
yeah,
waiting to get into there?
yeah, not good. I wouldn't have been a fan.
No. And it also doubly sucked because, like, I know that's the only haunt I'm getting to this year.
Unless we make a snap decision tomorrow and make a trip to Bates Motel.
I think that's what we're going to do. No?
Maybe.
Something.
Yeah, they brought their hayride back, so it's not the walkthrough again, or anymore like this year. So their world famous hayride
In a world.
in a world where hayrides don't have hay.
In a
And
world where
babies.
haunts don't have haunters.
And babies in suits wiggle on your wife.
While Flyleaf plays in the
Flyleaf in the
background
background.
on blown out speakers. Well, I mean, honestly, there's nothing else to say. It was lackluster as fuck. I mean, I'm glad
Yeah.
we got to go to the one. We got to go to that one.
Yeah, right.
Although I just found out there might be further hijinks tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But what's it called? Fright Factory, Philly.
yeah. Fright Factory, South Philadelphia.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Fucking step it up for next year.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll
really.
take the COVID excuse for this year, but after this, no.
Yeah, man, go back to 7 years ago, like the first time I went, when it was the asylum, and you had like, dude, this person they had like playing the Jackal from 13 Ghosts was actually pretty fucking scary. Like it was like I was like, oh shit! Like, and they had this
think-
whole setup in this room where you finally meet her,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, whoa, it was fucking scary, and they should
Yeah.
go back to that.
I don't think they should go back to anything. I think that we've gotten to a point where haunts need to fucking figure out the next thing.
Right, you're right.
You know, because it's like they've reached the end. Like we've seen enough, you know, enough clowns, enough. Oh, burst of air. What's gonna come
Yeah.
next? Oh,
Train,
light in my eye. I hope there's
train-
not anything around this corner this time.
Train horn.
So, yeah, exactly. So, clowns, zombie guys jumping over walls, yelling at you.
yeah,
I mean, it's all good and fun, but you know, someone's got to figure out the new thing, and it's not know
Right.
torturing people for 18 hours straight, because that's not.
that's not the new thing. That's
That's
not next. That ain't
no.
next.
That-
Nah.
they tried that.
That shit's pause, bro.
Yeah.
Pause. No cap.
For real, on God.
For real, on God. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because, like I told you, like every other time I've been there, like it was good. First two
Yeah.
times, awesome. And then now that it's just like they're like, let's just connect them all, run everyone through.
Yep. I wish I was run through. Hey, what'd you think about that? That should be on the top of their.
I wish I was run through.
I wish I was run through.
Yeah. Still, you twit, it'll hurt more. But
Yep.
just unbelievable. Get it together, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Fright Factory
Mm-hmm.
in a nutshell.
It was a factory.
It was an old factory. I don't know
Yeah.
about the fright part. Frightening prices for what was delivered.
Yeah. $1 a minute, basically.
Yeah, right.
So.
Yeah, I'd rather friggin' pay for how about how about you just give me $50? kick you in the balls right now. We call it even. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. So, also going on during this Halloween season, we had a fun little blast from the past just occur in the last week. I mean, we heard,
Right.
there were some murmurings about it, but I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the return of the McDonald's Halloween pails.
Yeah, man. We stopped the other day. We got ourselves a witch.
Oh, you got a witch?
Yeah, I got a witch.
Fucker. Oh, I got 5 ghosts sitting here.
Yeah, I wanted a ghost or a
I got one for you.
jack-o'-lantern. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have
Nice.
extra.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I only got the one right now. I'm sure I will procure the others this weekend. I'm sure, but
Right.
how awesome, man! And people have been lobbying for this for quite a while.
It's money, man. It's pure Halloween feels. It really is.
And dude, I have a massive collection of them because they were just a huge thing for me. I remember, as a kid getting the originals, which were 3 different just jack-o'-lanterns before they did the ghost and the
Right.
witch.
How do you feel about them doing on the handle the fake cap instead? You know what I mean?
No cap.
Yeah, the no cap, and then they put like the stickers in fun events on top.
I think it's a cop out.
Right.
I don't like that there's no lid, but it's like, okay, well, now we don't have to have an extra piece because we have a simulated lid.
Right.
I'm not a fan because the way that because those stupid lid things are on there, the handle, you can't fold them back, so you can't stack them, which is
Right.
annoying.
Yeah.
So they're harder to store. And it's like, how much money did you really save by not putting the thing on here? And
Yeah, I don't know.
I get it because McDonald's sucks now.
Yeah, we've gone over this.
Yeah, I can't. I feel like my brain gets erased every time I record a new one. But like McDonald's, like I want to fist fight Ronald McDonald right now.
You're like ba da ba ba ba. Subpar. That's the song. That's how the song should go.
Yeah,
That was good. That's funny. It's been a
Sure.
fucking week, man. It's been a fucking week.
hey man, are you telling me?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not telling you anything. You don't know what you're going through.
Yeah, no. So it's fucking awesome. I mean, I got it. I wish I wish they had the lids on them, but I'll take it. And I hope that this is a thing that they bring back every year again.
Right.
Or at least in, so bring back next year again, have lids, and one of them needs to glow in the dark.
Like it.
Or
Like
do
your
them all glow
style.
in the dark. And then we need the return of the fucking McNugget buddies. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
With the Halloween costumes. And where
Preach.
are the little booklets where you got the little here, enjoy a free Halloween cone,
Yeah.
ice cream cone from McDonald's.
On
The
us.
spooky art.
On us.
Yeah, you would go in there, you'd buy with like $5, they give you like 10 of them or whatever the fuck it was. And then
Yeah.
you put them in. I used to get them in my trick or treat pail.
Yeah, it was an event, man. It was an event like going like around Halloween. You're like, oh, even McDonald's is like fun. I don't know.
It's funny because
You're not just supporting childhood obesity. You're also having fun.
yeah, you're also the possibility of a child getting kidnapped on the night of Halloween. There'll just be his cracked McDonald's pail in the fucking gutter. Where's Timmy? And
Yeah,
then you just see
chicken
his
nuggets
cracked
hanging out of it.
No, he wanted to use it for trick or treating. No, it's back, but it's not because they're like, you know what, let's give to the no. They know that there's an industry around the secondary
Right.
market of buying these fucking things off of
Yep.
eBay.
Yep.
So they're like, oh, well, it's a fandom now. Our buckets are their own fandom at this
Yeah.
point. So they can get behind it because they don't get behind anything that doesn't have its own, like, franchise or something, you know? So
Right.
because that is, it's it's like a cult at this point, they did it. They were like, all right. And I think this was the test year. They wanted to see how well that stupid adult Happy Meal did,
Right.
which if you bought one of those, you're an idiot.
I saw a fucking article, right? And it was such like a clickbait article, and it was
Yeah.
like some of the like the online for like $40,000, and then at the end of the article, it's like you can find most of them for $4 on it. You're like, it's like, yeah, some idiots like, oh, it's part of history, man. The cactus fucking shit.
They're bad. They're
Yeah.
so bad. And if you bought one of those and I could see if you bought one like, I want to check this out, see what it's about. Here's the food, here's what it came with. Oh, this toy sucks, but whatever, I tried it. I can get behind that. But if you're someone that like, gotta get them all, look at these fucking things. They look like they were made out of Play-Doh by a fucking 8-year-old.
They have a bunch of eyes.
Yeah. You know how much more they would have sold if they were just the classic characters in their original form?
Right.
And where was Ronald in that lineup?
Dude, they don't use them anymore.
Why?
I probably because of the kids.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they just if they made those just the original characters in close to their original form, they would have sold millions upon millions of them.
Right.
So, but I think this was a test year for them. They wanted to see that, and they wanted to see how the Pals did, and they both did fucking gangbusters. So I think we're going to see a lot more adult Happy Meals, and I think we're going to see more Halloween shit from McDonald's. Which
it was funny. Brady was like, I'm hungry after work. I was like, I'll stop. We want to see McDonald's, whatever. I was like, all right. So we're in line, and I see the Pals, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to get one of these fucking Pals.
Yeah.
And I'm ordering. I'm like, yeah, you got those Pals? You
get these fucking Pals these kids are talking about.
I see it on the menu, you know what I mean? I see it there. I'm looking at, hey, you got them Pals? Like, yeah, of course they do, because it's on the thing.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, let me get one of those. And he's like, what do you want? I was like, give me the nuggets. He's like, 4 or 6. I was like, 6.
16.
Yeah, and then he's like, I wasn't even hungry, honestly, but I ate it anyway.
Yeah.
But then he's like, do you want apples or extra fries? I was like, extra fries, dude. Like, what are you even asking me?
Right.
Like,
although
there's no kids in this car.
We had them. Me and Christina ordered them for lunch the other day because it was the day they launched. I was like, let's participate. I'm gonna do it. I mean, whatever that means whatever that says about me, I don't care. So we participated, and she got the nugget meal, I got the burger meal, and dude, the fries are not the same. Like I rarely have the food that much anymore, and it's just not the fucking same. I was like, okay, well, we did it, and I threw out half the food.
The thrill is gone for Jay.
It's funny. The thing I ate all of was the fucking apple slices.
There you go. And
I was like, these are the best part of this meal.
There's me like, fucking apple slices. Fucking.
You throw them back at the guy in the, in the fucking drive-thru window.
I said extra
Take these slices and pound them up your
Take these slices and shove your sister's in.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it's cool. It's fun. Man, you ever see that one guy that like eats like 2 Big Macs a day?
Yeah.
You ever see that fucking guy?
He's some kind of genetic freak. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, like, and he doesn't look like overweight.
Not everyone can do that. They show it. It's like some people are like, oh, see, I can do that. It's like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that one. There's also that guy that can run like marathons without sleep. Like
one that was that David Goggins. That's Psycho.
Yeah, he was on fucking The Unexplained.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like. Come on.
This is not, oh, just because this guy can do it doesn't mean you can do it too.
Yeah, it's like the X-Men exist. It's not as dramatic, but there's people that can do stuff like that. Right. And it ain't you, pal.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so that's been the fun thing. I still got to get to 2 others, which I will. But a little slice of nostalgia, which is always a fun thing.
Yeah. A little more horror news over there.
A little more horror news, and I think this is relevant because we're definitely going to roll this into a future episode because horror gaming.
Yeah.
If you're a horror fan, it's a big part of it. I think it is. I think it always has been. More so even now. But this past Wednesday, we had an announcement on the world of Silent Hill. I mean, we haven't had a big news, and not just like a game. For anyone following any of this stuff, it's been 10 years since a Silent Hill game has come out.
Right.
And they hit us with what do we got? A remake, a PS5 remake of Silent Hill 2, which is the best Silent Hill game, and it looks incredible.
Right.
The same guys that did that Blair Witch game, which is interesting.
I didn't play. You said you played it?
I did. It's very atmospheric, and if they're going to take those graphics and that atmospherics, coupled with you've got the original composer and the original creature designer from the first from the original Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2 working on it. I think it's a swing and it's a fucking grand slam, to be honest. Yeah. I think it's going to be fucking great. And then they gave us it's a very weird presentation that they put. It was very strange.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a language barrier thing going on, but it was very strange. It was very Japanese, let's put it that way. So The next one that they also hit us with another game announcement called Silent Hill Townfall. Have no idea what it is, but it's another game.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes place in 1960 Japan, right?
Nope, that's not the one. This is a different one.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Silent Hill Townfall. No one knows what this one is. Someone says it might be like short stories or something that work together. No idea. People don't even know what this one is.
All right.
And then there is Silent Hill Ascension, which is another. Some people are saying it might be a multiplayer type game.
Okay.
People are suggesting it might be something like Dead by Daylight, maybe.
Okay.
That was the third one. Then there was the film announcement, Return to Silent Hill, which is directed by the original director of the first Silent Hill, Christoph Gans, which that movie's fucking great. I mean, whether you like Silent Hill or not, that's a fun fucking movie. He did not direct the sequel. That sequel's trash. But Return to Silent Hill is literally going to be a film of Silent Hill 2. So that's a lot of Silent Hill 2 we're getting here.
Yeah, that's a lot of Silent Hill 2.
Which I'm here for it.
It's
and
Silent Hill TOO 2.
Yes. Then we got a whole list of all these new fucking pieces of merchandise. They're really trying to bring it back, and they opened up what's called the Silent Hill Sweet Factory Souvenir Shop, which is from Silent Hill 3. It's just the name that they took from it, but it's got They're bringing back the mascot Robbie the Rabbit, which is my favorite character from that series because he's fucking cool. And then the big announcement was the trailer for Silent Hill F, which that looks like the banger of the
bunch.
Of the bunch. I mean, don't get me wrong, Silent Hill 2 is remakes can be fucking amazing, but Silent Hill F looks like the this is the real conceptual piece. This is the one that they're putting all their eggs in the basket for this one. Very strange trailer. This all this weird fungusy type of stuff. I'm really fungi, and then very Japanese, and then the end of the trailer has her turning into this fungus creature, and her face falls off, and then they were given the Silent Hill theme, but played on ancient traditional Japanese instruments, which I thought was really fucking cool.
Yeah. Fungi seems to be the material of horror gaming. You got The Last of Us.
Yeah.
You got the new Resident Evil games. Everyone's like a fungus.
Yeah.
Now, Silent Hill's like, hey, don't leave us out with the fungus.
Come on, guys.
Dude, even the new Metal Gear, there was the spores. That was like a fungus.
I mean, I see why they do it, because there's a bit there where everyone's getting into the fungus thing, because it's like apparently fungus is even more complex than human life, apparently. I don't know.
Fungus never try to buy a house, I'll tell you that.
It will be in your house, though. So
sure, yeah, the place we looked at yesterday. Jeez.
So we have no dates really on any of this stuff, but I was talking to Ken. I was like, "Should we talk about this?" And I said, "Of course." And we both said, "Of course we should." This shit's, this is very relevant to our interests and what we cover on here, because not only is it horror related, and somewhat paranormal adjacent, but it's it's part of the it's part of the entertainment that most people that are into this stuff consume.
Right, exactly. And when you saying that the video game horror gaming is such a big part of it, because it's more immersive than a movie or a show.
Absolutely, it's more personal.
You're in there, man.
Yeah,
dude, even go back to Doom, the original Doom. Remember playing Doom in the dark, and you're like, oh, this is you're like, what the fuck, man.
No,
and
man, the first fucking Silent Hill, dude, scared the shit out of me. And that guy, you look at that now, he looks like a dude from Minecraft.
Right. Remember Clock Tower?
Oh, hell yeah.
With the guy with the scissors?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god, that was the way he moved and everything. I was like, you Japanese, man. You guys are lunatics.
They have a good time.
They do. They fuck around. Yeah.
It's what they do. I'm super stoked for it. And yeah, some of the biggest horror moments in my life were totally playing games, and specifically some of them were from Silent Hill games. Silent Hill 2 has some fucking some parts from when you're in the hospital, dude, playing at 3 o'clock in the morning, pitch dark, everyone is everyone's asleep in the house. You're like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. It's a game. It's a fucking baby.
Dude, there was also I can't remember if it was Resident Evil 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was going to be Resident Evil 3 or 4. I forget which one. Probably 3. But you were Leon again, but it was more paranormal themed.
Okay.
And they released like the working stuff that they abandoned.
Okay.
And like it looks so fucking cool, and I was so mad. I was like, "Damn it, man!" Like, you'll get that sometime when it's like this would have been a banger, and they abandoned it. Like,
it's weird, man. Like some of the things that Capcom decided to like release and didn't release for Resident Evil is really strange. Because I remember like when the Wii came out, and they came out, oh, there's this new shooter coming out for like, but it's a rail shooter, and it's fun. And it's like I see why they released this, but then like, you know, years later you get that, you know, the masterpiece of masterpieces, you know, Resident Evil 4.
yeah,
But then they followed up with that weirdness of Resident Evil 5, which isn't bad as most people come out to. I think there's a lot of decent stuff in that game.
yeah.
But then they're like, okay, people don't like 5, so let's do more like 4. But then they released 6, which is the worst Resident Evil game that there is.
I remember me and you were talking about it, and you
Yeah.
were like, "Who'd you play through first with?" And I was like, "Chris." And you're like, "My man," you know, like, but like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't that grabbing. I don't know. They're all remaking the remake of Resident Evil 4 is coming out too.
Another remake of that game.
Yeah, of part 4. Yeah.
Well, is it in the Biohazard timeline?
No, I just saw maybe, but I
think
just
it
saw
should be,
it
because-
probably, but yeah, I just saw it and I saw like the pictures and the screen grabs of it. So
Okay, because Biohazard brought that series back.
oh yeah, 7 was awesome. 7 was fucking awesome, and then 8, I loved 8.
8 was good. 8 was too short, and 8 started to get weird towards the end. It was still the game was fun, and they got me so many times with those fucking werewolves.
Yeah, yeah, the Lycans were nuts, man.
Yeah, and everybody loves the giant vampire woman. I think it's like the 8th time I've said that on this podcast.
but see, I did like I like the shortness a little bit, because then I would go on kind of like speed runs to get everything done, and I started doing like the stuff to like unlock certain things, and like I liked that aspect of it, but which they did have in Biohazard. But yeah, and then I moved on to another game, but
Right.
yeah, so that's
Right. No, and then I actually just speaking of horror games, you know, since we're kind of talking about it a little bit, I just picked up the newest Fatal Frame. I didn't play it yet.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's for the Switch though.
Okay.
And they've geared it for the Switch, so there's like all these motion controls for that. You know, the basic gist of it is you take pictures of ghosts.
Yeah,
It's actually a lot of fun. I remember playing like, what was it, 1 or 2 on PlayStation 2?
right.
I think it
Yeah,
was.
it was PlayStation. Yeah,
I think so. And I also played Siren too. That was like the great, you know, that's when all the J horror games are out, and they were fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man, I think this is huge, because I think we were talking, and I don't think we talked about it on here. Like, there's been no games coming out, and I feel like the games are starting to finally come back, because we're getting like announcements. Oh, here's games. Because I feel like there's been like a good 2, and I know it's COVID, I get it, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a good 3, almost 4 years that there's like 1 or 2 good games every year
Yeah.
that aren't
Yeah.
clones from another franchise that we've seen. Because I don't care about the sports
True
games. I know
that.
you do. I don't care about the sports games. I don't care about another release. Dude, Assassin's Creed, who even gives a shit at this point?
I'm actually playing the new one just because there's nothing.
And it's
There's
free.
Nothing. Is it free? I bought it.
Valhalla
When it
is
was
free if you have the subscription.
oh, I don't have the subscription.
Oh, okay.
I got it for like $20.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fun. There's some cool stuff. Like they brought in some stuff with like the DLC.
Here's a question. Did you have to tail anybody?
No,
Bullshit.
no,
You haven't had there's no tailing missions?
I haven't
You have
had
to
a
follow somebody?
no. Like literally in this one, they let you know that it's not going to be like those ones, because
Really?
once someone gives you the knife,
Yeah.
you wear it on the outside. The guy's like, no, it's supposed to be concealed. And he's like, I'm a fucking Viking, you know. So he's like, no, I
Interesting.
overhand everybody with it.
Did
Yes.
they bring back that whole fucking do you still have to go like out of the animus and all that bullshit? Because
I only
that's
did
what
once so far.
that's what ruined those games for me.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
was,
care about
yeah.
guy in the future.
Right.
Like, that's what ruined those games for me. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I played most of them. It's just that,
Right.
like,
Yeah, I only one time so far, and I haven't been grinding like I usually do or have been. But like, you know, I played it a good amount, and I
Black
only
Flag was
came-
fun. I played that one.
Yeah, I started to, and then I stopped. That was like I was like really just working on music all the time when that was out. So like I barely played it. And yeah, no, this one's good so far.
Okay.
After I'm done editing this, I'm gonna play a little more. Yeah. But I mean, for on gaming, I think that's what we have for news and fun horror stuff. But
Yeah, this is just a little, in between what's going on in October. We've got our next week. We'll have our Halloween
special.
A Halloween special will drop. We had fun for that. You'll see
Yeah.
the video for that.
Yeah. And then one thing I wanted to say before we go. Last night I watched VHS 99. The backstory, like in this one, I think they realized how they've been bombing them, like the connecting story,
Okay.
And it's just like I was like, okay, all right. It's just like some kid like playing with toys, and like, I guess the camera that he's using is like haunted or something, and it cuts in with all the different ones. But there is a segment in this new VHS that I had to drop what I was doing, watching that, playing a video game, and I called Jay. And
Yeah,
I was
not
like,
text.
Dude, yeah, not text. No, I text first, and I was like, fuck this, I gotta call him. Someone over at Bloody Disgusting or Shudder or one of the other companies must have listened to our Ghost Beach Party episode that we did in the summer, because it's like the segment is the one that Jay said that he wanted to see happen for Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I still haven't watched this yet, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, what? And like, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like the same thing he said. Same thing.
And I've
he
had this
said.
idea for years.
Yeah. I was like,
I
what
told
the
you, man,
fuck?
we're tastemakers.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. True, bro. This one, they also try to, introduce another mythical creature in hopes of a spinoff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah.
like that movie that never came out from what was that? Which one was that where they had Lilith?
The Siren. It came out.
No, she's not a
Yeah.
siren. She's supposed to be Lilith, the
But
vampire.
it was
girl.
called Siren.
That came out.
Yeah, I watched it last month, and I shit all over it on Facebook. It was so bad.
What did they just try to like make a longer version of the clip, the segment from the movie?
They try to add like backstory and all kinds of stuff, dude. It was bad. The acting was bad. Like,
Yeah, that was a mistake.
yeah, it was terrible. Dude.
That segment was fucking amazing.
Yeah, and guess what? The movie wasn't. It was.
Was it a Blumhouse production?
No, they wish. They wish it was.
Hmm.
Dude, talk about a stinker.
Yeah.
They put up a stinker.
Wow.
I couldn't fucking believe it. I was
That's
like,
a shame.
I was like, fucking dude. I was like, who fuck greenlit this shit?
It's called Siren though.
Yeah, I believe that's the name of it. Yeah, I think it's Siren.
Weird.
I gotta check my Facebook statuses because I was like, you know what you did. Like, it's fucking.
Okay.
This is bull poop. This is this is poopy. This
Yeah.
is Duke. This is Duke, dog. Don't watch it. Or if you want to like laugh, you can't even laugh because it's just like you're like.
No, it's a waste of time. At this, no. I'm past it. I'm of the age where like if I watch something that wastes my fucking time, I'm pretty fucking angry because my time's very limited.
Right. Oof. Poop. Straight poop.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else, my friend?
No, man, I think that's it. I mean, we're just vibing. It's October.
Having
I just
a
finished
pre-hang for tomorrow.
pre-hang for tomorrow. Yep, I just finished the most work I've ever done in my life in a short amount of time. 103 hours of work on these pieces, and I feel like I'm gonna die.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's what it is, though, man. This year's been a fucking wacky year with the move and everything. It just fucked everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But now I'm back on track. This was the last thing.
Beautiful.
And, to celebrate, I bought this little Dracula figure.
Yeah, I saw. Dude, that theme song for that show was like
Yeah.
the weirdest rap song.
This show was fucking awesome, and it lasted for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And I thought he was really cool looking because it was quirky as hell.
Eyes.
It was quirky as hell, and it felt like it should have been part of like the Nicktoons. Like it had also
Right.
it was like, I don't know. I feel like if they should have replaced Real Monsters with this show, because it had a Rugrats kind of Doug kind of feel to it.
Right.
But he was a monster. I don't know. I never liked Real Monsters. Just
I did.
hated the designs.
I know, but I liked it because I was a monster kid, and like I was like 7 when it came out. So
Yeah,
like,
I was
right
also
in
a
line.
monster kid, and I thought
But I'm saying you were older than me. You know what I mean? Like I was of the age like it's scary stuff, so I'm in. You know, they don't give me enough of this. Nah.
interesting. I was after some. I wanted a Reptar bar. That's all I knew at that point.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you did. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm super excited that every year Halloween seems to be getting bigger and bigger again. What?
No, I was gonna say Halloween. It does get bigger every year and year, but it's not. It can't be contained in 1 month.
Right. I hate it. I hate that.
So
I do hate
November, and I've been saying this for years, but we're making it fucking official this year, man.
that. Yeah.
November is the fucking Halloween after party. And we have some plans for November.
We do. We do.
November, it's going to be known as
Drop it on them. You got it.
Nosferatu November. Let me get some
Ow.
lightning strikes. Yeah. A howl. Maybe the... Maybe that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Mhm.
Maybe a creaking coffin lid. I don't know.
Yeah. We already got our topics picked out, man.
Yep, a month of vampire goodness. And I'm even going to fucking wrap this into... I'm going to fold this into some of my Crypticurium releases because I've got some
fuck yeah.
vampire figures coming out. Nobody knows. I just
shit.
dropped that right here.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Bomb exclusive.
Exclusive.
Other Dangerous Podcast exclusive.
exclusive.
It's a shame that we don't do that more because I would make a drop for that. I would, but we just we don't have too many paranormal exclusives here.
We could just make them up.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. You're right.
Yep. So yeah, November is not as interesting as whoever Ken's texting. Or the fucking game he keeps looking at.
Bro, playoffs.
The fucking
Playoffs.
Phils, bro.
Phils, bro, playoffs, man.
It's been rammed down my throat the last fucking week at Nora's school. Everyone was like, "Go Phils, go Phils!" Like the dude out the front, the safety officer,
Yeah.
he's like yelling,
Yeah.
"Go Phils!" at cars. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
That's what we do out here, bro.
Yeah, I
what we
know.
do.
That's about it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, work? No.
Yeah. No.
Actually move the vehicle along in a steady pace. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, you got to get yelled at in your face about the Phils, bro.
Yeah.
See the
It's true.
Birds too, undefeated, dude. Birds are undefeated too, dude. 6-0.
Fucking kidding me, dude?
Fucking just beat. Yeah, we got some holes. You got to figure out do a complete
Just fucking
game.
beating dicks in, man.
Beating dicks in, dude. Batting balls in, bro. Fucking Jalen
It's
Hurts,
true.
dude.
This is
yeah.
and every fucking other corner is a Wawa, and there are people are just standing in front of this Wawa saying the same exact shit.
Go Birds.
Yeah.
Go Birds. That's all you're hearing.
Go Birds, get your Kevin Hart combo and go.
Fucking Kevin
Right.
Hart.
So, all right. Well, we
Yeah.
will we'll wrap this up for now. This is just
Right.
a little it's a little filler episode, but we wanted to bring you guys one more for make sure the Halloween season gets its due.
Right.
And before our big Halloween episode for next week.
Yeah, and also there's word of a little Halloween bonus coming too.
Oh yeah,
It may involve
please
don't
what
a very highly intoxicated me at the end of one of our sessions that never
you should
aired.
just drop that at the end of the episode.
This episode? I still gotta finish editing it. No way.
Just drop it in the feed one day. It'll be like trick or treat. Here's where
that's what my
here's
plan
Ken's
is.
thoughts
Yeah.
on McKamey Man.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's not as bad. I'm telling you, it's not as bad as you think.
I'm telling you.
Telling you, dude. Birds. You got the Birds on Sunday. You got the Phils on Tuesday, Thursday. Wow.
What do you guys do in the winter?
Football, and then hockey.
Yeah, but
And
football's
basketball.
over in fucking February. What do you do? Right?
You got hockey.
You get the Flyers. A lot of. Do you watch?
I watch
fucking-
hockey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watch hockey. And then I'm not a basketball guy anymore. But yeah, the Sixers are always on.
Okay.
That's like the baseball season.
So there's
in
never a
60.
time that the rabble is not entertained.
No,
Okay, just making sure.
no. It's always going, dude.
Okay.
It's always going.
Right. Okay, so it goes hockey season, and then it's because I know March Madness. That's basketball.
Well,
so I
that's
know.
college basketball.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't see how much I know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, the Sixers had their second game last night. It's like their third game the night of the season. I guess. All right, so I guess I'll do a little closing statement here.
Okay.
haunted houses, barring if we do go on an adventure tomorrow and it's actually really good. Come on, guys. Find the next thing. Come on. Get on your couch and your heels. Put the pen to the pad. Come up with some ideas. I'll iron it out, you know. Go out back, check your hot water heater. Make sure your spigot call Horizon Services. No.
Horizon
Services.
Call Pico.
You hearing them commercials out here yet, man?
I don't hear any commercials. I don't listen to the fucking radio. I don't watch TV.
There you go.
All of my fucking entertainment is curated to the most that it possibly can be.
Nice. Good.
I don't want to hear
Good on
nothing
you.
I don't want to hear.
Good on you, bro. I appreciate it.
I fucking, if I have a video on YouTube and a commercial comes on, I fucking turn it off. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I am getting some fucking commercials. If I hear the name Fetterman or fucking Dr. Oz one more fucking time, I'm gonna kill somebody.
You're gonna run.
I'm gonna fucking run. Because we were just talking about this today, and I don't care if this makes it in the episode or not.
Yeah.
It's two clowns. One is an ICP. One is an insane clown posse clown, and the other one's like a creepy, rapey circus clown. Neither are something you want.
Oh yeah. No. Everyone knows.
Which one would you fuck? I'm like, I'm not voting, but I was like, which one would you even fucking vote for?
Yeah. No. Everyone knows. Everyone knows in PA.
One guy looks like he was in a fucking Rob Zombie movie. The one big guy.
That's Fetterman.
Yeah. And then Dr. Oz looks like he's gonna rape somebody.
Yeah. He's got his finger up butts.
He's a pro. He's
Here's your miracle pill.
He's got this. He's coming over.
Yeah. Here's your miracle pill. I got it right here for you.
Yeah.
Want to lose some weight? Is that your closing statement?
My closing statement is no. I don't have. I don't have any closing statements because I just wanted the political ads to stop.
There it is. You got it. All right. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. For this episode of Other Dangerous Podcast, I'm Ken James.
And I'm Jason McKittrick.
And as always, have a spooky evening. Thank you for listening to Other Dangerous Podcasts. Have you encountered the other dangers? If so, you can email us at otherdangerouspodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to have a discussion about the paranormal, you can find us at Other Dangerous Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. There you can find submitted pictures, videos, and artwork from listeners. We are now streaming on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else podcasts are streamed. And after listening, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you the other dangers.